All right, boys and girls, yesterday, if you remember, and I know some of us were absent, but we read the book Kitten's First Full Moon. And today we're going to reread that story. But if you look at the objective chart today when we read it, okay, it says, I will notice how Kevin Henkes, remember he's the author, so we'll notice how Kevin Henkes uses illustrations and text to help readers figure out the central message of the story. But before we do that, one thing we're going to be looking for in the text, so in the words, we're going to be looking for action words that Kevin Henkes uses. So raise your hand if you can tell me what is an action word. Sydney?
Like if you're running.
Okay.
It's an action.
Leah? Walking. So you're giving me examples of actions, but what is an action? Action is something, Dennis?
What you're doing.
Something you're doing. So Sydney gave an example. Walking is something you can do. Running is something you can do. Does anyone else have another example of an action? Me?
Jogging.
Jogging. Emma?
Skipping.
Skipping. Carter?
Jumping.
Jumping. Those are great examples. Do you think a character can show us actions? Give me a thumbs up if you think a character can show us actions. Give a thumbs down if you don't. And I saw lots of thumbs up. A character can show actions. Characters in a story can jump, they can jog. So today, we're going to see what actions little kitten is doing. Okay, and that's going to help us find the central message. So let's look at the first page. So I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to ask some questions after I read each page. So make sure you're paying attention. It was Kitten's first full moon. When she saw it, she thought, there's a little bowl of milk in the sky. And she wanted it. So I want you to look at the words. What do the words tell us about what little kitten wants? Emma P?
Bowl in the sky.
What do the words say? A bowl of?
Milk.
It says that she wants a bowl of milk. So I'm just going to highlight. The words tell us that there's a little bowl of milk that she wants. Those are what the words say. But now look at the picture that Kevin Henkes drew. What does the picture tell us about what little kitten wants? Mikey?
The moon.
He wants the moon. Why do you think little kitten thinks the moon is a bowl of milk? Gianni?
What is
It's white like milk? Do you think there's another reason? That there's a little... Can we cut for a second? Is that okay? No? Just keep going? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Madison, do not get unpacked. Just put your stuff in the closet and come right to the carpet, okay? All right. Boys and girls, so he thinks that a little bowl of milk is the moon because it's white, but I think there's another reason. William?
Because it's round.
It's round.
The bowl is round.
And a bowl is round, okay? Why is the bowl of milk in the sky going to be a problem for little kitten? Carter?
No one can barely reach the sky.
Can he get the moon?
No.
No. So let's see what happens next. So she closed her eyes and stretched her neck and opened her mouth and licked. What action words does Kevin Henkes use on this page to tell us how little kitten tries to get the milk? There's the action. Leah? She licked, so I'm going to highlight lick. That's one action. There's lots of others. Melissa?
Close.
She closed her eyes. Emma H? She stretched her neck. Vanessa? And she opened her mouth. Okay, so look at all those things that she did. I'm going to go and I'm going to write these things in a chart. Okay? So where's this? So it says, what is kitten doing? So on that page, we saw that she was closing her eyes, stretching her neck, she opened her mouth and licked. So look at all those things, those actions that she did. That's a lot. So now, she tried all those things. We're gonna go and see what happened to Kitten after she did that. Okay. Nice way. Look this way. There you go. All right. Okay. There we go. So after she closed her eyes and stretched her neck and opened her mouth and licked, let's see what happened. But Kitten only ended up with a bug on her tongue. Poor Kitten. Raise your hand to tell me what words Kevin Hankes uses on this page to tell us what happened to Kitten after she did all those things. Daniel?
I don't have a question, but it's about the type of bug.
Well, let's not worry about that right now. Let's worry about the question Mrs. Ryder asked, because that's not important to our story right now. So what happened to her? Mikey?
She ended up with a bug in her mouth.
She has a bug on her tongue. Gross. So now let's go write that in our chart. Okay. So she got a bug on her tongue. Oh my goodness, that's gross. Still, there was a little bowl of milk just waiting. What does this sentence tell us? Melissa?
It was just waiting.
Why is the bowl of milk still just waiting? Sydney?
Because she really didn't get to lick it.
Okay, but why didn't she get to lick it?
Because it's too early.
Yeah, it's the moon. Can you lick the moon? No. So that's why it's still waiting. All right, let's see what she did after. So this time, she pulled herself together, wiggled her bottom, and sprang from the top step of the porch. What words does Kevin Hankes use this time to tell us what happened to little Kitten when she tried to get the milk? Madison?
Wiggle.
Okay, she wiggled her bottom. That's definitely an action. Brooke? She sprang from the top step. I see one more thing she tried to do. Vanessa? She pulled herself together. So just like before, we're gonna go back to our chart. Okay, and I'm gonna write another thing that she was doing. So we said that she wiggled her bottom. She sprang from the step. And she pulled herself together. I'm just gonna write pulled herself. Again, she's trying a lot of things to get that bowl of milk. So now let's go and see what happened to Kitten after she did all those things. All right. This is rescued from the computer.
This is brighter.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have to hit that?
I don't know. Because it helps us get to the next page, bud. They were working before. We'll go this way. Okay, so she tried all those things, but Kitten only tumbled, bumping her nose, banging her ear, and pinching her tail. Poor Kitten. Raise your hand if you can tell me what words Kevin Hankes uses on this page to tell us what happened to Kitten. What happened to her this time? Dennis?
Roll down the step.
Well, the picture is showing us she rolled down the steps, but I'm wondering what words did Kevin Hankes use? What words can I highlight? What action words?
She bumped her nose.
Yeah, she bumped her nose. What was that?
She hurted her nose. Oh,
We just said that. We bumped her nose.
I mean, she hurted her ear.
Yeah, she banged her ear, it said. Madison?
Kitten tumbled.
She tumbled. That's definitely an action word. James?
Her tail.
Yeah, do you remember the word that Kevin Hankey's used? What's the word Kevin Hankey's used to tell us about her tail? Melissa? She pinched her tail. Okay, oh, poor kitten. How do you feel about Kitten? How do you think Kevin Hankey's wants us to feel about Kitten? MH? Sad. What words did he write on this page that kind of make you feel sad for her? Carter?
Poor kitten.
Poor kitten. Kind of like you want to feel bad for her. So all these things keep happening. All right, so let's go back to our chart and add in what happened to her. Okay, so she wiggled her bottom, she sprang from the step, she pulled herself together, and then all this stuff happened to her. She banged her nose. She pinched her tail. And she bumped her nose. Oh, she bumped her nose. I messed up. She bumped her nose and then she banged her. Do you remember? She banged her ear. Let me change that. Okay, so now I have showed you, okay, 2 ways to find actions that Kitten is doing and then 2 ways to tell what happened after she did those things. So now, okay, your job is going to be, you are going to try it at your desks. So I have 2 different worksheets. Some of your worksheets are going to look like this. This is the front and this is the back, okay? Other friends are going to have a worksheet that looks like this. This is the front, this is the back, okay? You're going to be doing the same thing, it's just different pages from the book. So just like I did, okay, we're going to go back to our seats. And when you get back to your seats, all I want you to do is put your name at the top, then put your pencil down, and I will show you what you're going to do. So if you are a friend who sits at table 3, please tiptoe back and just put your name at the top and wait.
Ryder, look.
If you are a friend who sits at table 2, please tiptoe back and get your name at the top. Table 1, please tiptoe back to your seat. Get your name at the top. Liam, I'm actually going to have you scoot over to Christian's seat, okay? Because you're going to look like Melissa. So you like the way Mikey is putting his name at the top. Sydney's name is already at the top, and she put her pencil down, and she's ready to listen. Tommy, did you put your name at the top? Good job.
This is Ryder. What's the date?
We don't have to worry about the date right now. Okay, just your name is good. All right, so I need 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Okay, now some of you will have this page on the front that you're looking at right now. Okay, Mrs. Ryder is going to read the words to you again, and then when I tell you to, you're gonna go through with the highlighter on your desks. We're not using them yet, so no one needs to touch or untap them. You're just listening. And you're gonna highlight any action words, so anything Kitten is doing. And I know for a fact the word tree, is that an action word? No, so I should not see anyone highlighting the word tree, okay? So listen to this, we're not highlighting it, we're just listening. So she ran to the tallest tree she could find, and she climbed, and she climbed, and she climbed to the very top, okay? Then I want everyone to turn their paper to the other side, and when you're done with that, you are going to then read this page, and this time you're gonna highlight what happened to Kitten. Okay, so listen as I read, we're not highlighting yet. But Kitten still couldn't reach the bowl of milk, and now she was scared. Poor Kitten. What could she do? All right, turn back to the front. And now I just wanna read, because other friends have a different page. These friends are gonna do the same thing, it's just a different picture and different words. You're still gonna highlight the actions that Kitten is doing. Okay, so listen, if you have this page, listen to the word so you know what to highlight. So she raced down the tree and raced through the grass and raced to the edge of the pond, and she leaped with all her might. Okay, so that's how you're highlighting actions. And then if you turn your paper over one more time, on this side you're gonna highlight what happened to Kitten. Okay, so listen to the words. Poor Kitten. She was wet and sad and tired and hungry. So now go back to where your name slide is, and I want you to first highlight the actions with your partner. So your partner is going to be the person sitting next to you. So Carter and Cosette are working together. Nate, Tommy, and Emma P. are working together. Daniel and Vanessa are working together. Leah and Melissa. Dennis, James, and Madison are working together. Gianni, Sydney, and Emma H. are working together. Brooke and Jordan are partners. And Mikey and William are partners. So you need to talk with one another to make sure you both agree on what you're highlighting. So you should have the same things highlighted. Okay? Go ahead, if you need help, raise your hand. Okay. So friends, I'm gonna read this one more time, and when I'm reading, I want you to listen for what is the action word. What is Kitten doing? You ready? So look at your paper so you're listening and watching as I read. So she raced down the tree and raced through the grass and raced to the edge of the pond. She leaped with all her might. So you gotta talk with each other. What do you think is one word you should highlight? Okay, then do we need to highlight Nate? Did you hear what Emma said? Tell Nate what you think we should highlight. With all her might. Do you think we need to highlight the whole sentence? What's the action word in that sentence? She leaped with all her might. She leaped, right? So in the sentence, she leaped with all her might. You just need to highlight the word leaped. So it's this word right here, okay? What did you find, Nate? Do you know what that says? So try to sound it out. That one's tricky because the C makes an S sound. Race. Race. Is that an action? Can you race? Yeah. And I see that word 3 times. So make sure you highlight it all 3 times. Go ahead. Yes. Okay, do you think we need to highlight the whole sentence, or what word was the most important? What was the action word? Ran. So if you actually can just circle the word ran, that would be the most important. But you're right. Okay? Okay, make sure you're working with Cosette. All right, did you guys finish this side? Did you turn to the other? Make sure if you finish with the action words, friends, you turn it over and do the other side. You guys had different papers. I didn't realize that. Nice job, girls. Nice job. I think you found them all. That's why. So turn it over to the other side. Cosette, make sure you're working with Carter. Now, you ready for me to read this side? You gotta see what happened to Kitten. Poor Kitten. She was wet and sad and tired and hungry.
I don't know.
Hungry, that's a good one. Do you see where the word hungry is, Tommy?
Yeah.
Good job, highlight it. Tired. Okay, you gotta find the word tired. What about this word, Tommy? What's this? Sad. And I think there's one more. See if you can find it.
Yeah.
Jordan and Brooke, you guys do the back? You did? Let's see. Nice job. Okay. Raise your hand if you need more time with your highlighting. Tommy, I agree. Did you highlight that word? That's right. Nice job. All right. So it looks like everyone's done. So what I want highlighters capped. And I want eyes watching, ears listening, voices quiet. I'm going to go back to the first page we started on. Now, I know not everyone had this page, but if you did, I might call on you to tell me what you highlighted, so pay attention. Okay? Who can tell me what action words they highlighted on this page? Melissa, what did you highlight? Ran, that's definitely an action word. Emma, what did you highlight?
Climbed.
Climbed. And I saw that one 3 times. So she was doing a lot of climbing. Anything else anyone saw? Another action? We're just on this page. Carter, you saw something different?
Yeah.
What'd you see?
Wait. No.
No. I think you guys got them. She ran and she climbed. So let's go put that in her chart, our chart. Okay, I'm gonna use red this time. So you guys found that kitten ran and she climbed. Now if you were a friend who had that page, turn it over and tell me what happened after she climbed and ran to the top of the tallest tree. What happened to her? Carter?
She couldn't reach the bowl.
Okay, she couldn't reach the bowl of milk. What else? I think there was another thing that was kind of important on that page. She ran and she climbed to the top of the tallest tree. And then look at her. What happened? Dennis?
She was scared.
She was scared. I would be scared too. Okay? So we're gonna go back and we're gonna put in what happened to her. Okay? She was very scared. Nice job, friends who had that worksheet. You guys found all the things you needed to. Now we're gonna go to the next worksheet. Okay, so that's the one that looks like this. Oh, not that one. This one. Okay, so if you have this one, pay attention. Who can tell me what action words they highlighted? Madison?
Race.
Race, I saw that one a couple times. Yep,
And leap.
and leaped. Did anyone see anything else besides raced or leaped? Awesome. So let's go put that in our chart. Okay, I'm gonna use black this time. She raced and she, not leaped. Was it leaped? Oh yeah, it was leaped. This writer's confusing herself. Raced and leaped. Let's see what happened after she did all that racing and leaping. It's our last one. Poor kitten. She was wet and sad and tired and hungry. What'd you find, Nate?
Wet, sad, tired, and hungry.
That is a lot of things she was feeling. Okay? Is there anyone who found anything else? I think Nate got them. Okay? So let's go back to the last thing we need to put in our chart. So right now we can put our pencils and all highlighters down because we're done with the worksheet. Okay? So she was sad, wet, tired, and hungry. Poor kitten. Before we look at the chart, friends, why do you think Kevin Hankes was repeating the sentence, poor kitten? Because I saw that so many different times. Why do you think he was repeating it so many? Carter?
Because she's
But what do you think, how do you think Kevin Hankes wanted us to feel about kitten?
sad.
Sad, why?
Because every time she tries to get the bowl,
Can you take your hand out of your mouth? Because you're saying the right thing. So you said every time she tries to get the bowl of milk.
she does something that hurts.
So every time she tries to get the bowl of milk, she's doing something that gets her hurt. So he wants us to feel bad. So I want us to now look at the chart. Yes, Sydney?
I'm not supposed to box.
Okay? We're going to look at the chart, and then, using what we put in the chart, we're going to see if we can figure out the central message. You ready? I need James and Dennis to put their highlighters on their desk because we don't need them anymore. Okay? So, first, Kitten closed her eyes, she stretched her neck, she opened her mouth and licked. And then what happened? Mikey?
She got a bug in her.
She got a bug on her tongue. But after she got a bug on her tongue, Leah, what did she do?
She wiggled her bottom, pulled herself up.
She pulled herself up and she tried to get the bowl of milk again. But then what happened to her when she did that? Madison?
She banged her ears, pinched her tail, and bumped her nose.
That bumped her nose. That's gotta hurt. But after that happened, what did she do next? Emma?
She ran
She ran and climbed again to try and get the bowl of milk. Was she able to get the bowl of milk that time?
No.
No. What happened to her, Melissa?
She was scared.
She was scared. And even though she got a bug on her tongue, she banged all her ears, her nose, her tail got hurt, and she got scared. What did she do after that? After all those things happened to her, when she got scared, what did she do next? William?
She, raced and leaped.
She raced and leaped to do what? To try and
Get the bowl.
to get the bowl of milk again. Who was it? Was she able to get the bowl of milk after she raced and leaped?
No.
No. What happened? She got
Stuck.
not stuck. Can you sound that out? Ah. She got sad. What else? She got wet. She got tired. And she got hungry. So raise your hand if you're noticing any patterns in this chart. Carter kind of already said one, but I'm noticing something. So all these boxes are kind of telling me something, and all these boxes are kind of telling me something. What patterns are you noticing? Emma H?
She kept getting hurt.
She kept getting hurt every time what?
She
What was she trying to do every time she got hurt?
get the bowl of milk.
Every time she tried to get the bowl of milk, she got hurt. But every time she got hurt, what would she do? After every time she got hurt, what would she go and do? Carter? She would try something different. So if every time Kitten tried something to get the milk, she got hurt, but she kept going back and trying something new, what do you think Kevin Hankey's wanted us to learn from his writing in this story? What do you think the central message is? Mikey?
If someone's getting hurt, you should say, "Are you okay?"
Did anyone in this book though say that are you okay though? No, I don't think that's what Kevin Hankey's wanted us to learn. Vanessa?
Not to give up.
Not to give up. Oh, I like that one. Did Kitten give up? No, every time she was getting hurt, she kept trying. She was not giving up. Does anyone have something different than what Vanessa was thinking? Because I love Vanessa's. Leah?
If she got hurt, she
Yeah, she wasn't giving up. So I think we can say that Kevin Hankey's wanted us to learn from Kitten to never give up. And there is a very big, fancy word that describes people who are not giving up, or it describes what it means to not give up. And I don't think anyone knows what the word is. I'll give you a hint. It starts with a P. I've never learned it, but does anyone think they might know the big fancy word I'm thinking of? Leah? Okay, well, I think practice is part of not giving up. You should keep trying and keep practicing. But the word, you ready for this one? It's long. The word is perseverance. I hope I'm spelling that right. I think I am, though. Look how long that word is. Perseverance is a word that means you don't stop trying and you never give up. And that's what Kitten was doing in this story. She was persevering. And just one last question. How was Kitten rewarded for her perseverance? Can anyone tell me how she was rewarded for her perseverance? Trying to get to the last page. Not gonna let me. Just in case we forgot, we'll go there so we can remind ourselves. Okay? When she walked home, how was she rewarded? Sydney?
by getting a great big bowl of milk.
She got a great big bowl of milk. So even though she kept getting hurt, her hard work paid off. She still got her milk. Okay? You guys did an excellent job. What I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to come around and collect your papers, and then you can get your things for lunch.